It is time to toughen up. That's right. This is your upper body focused workout. Let's get warmed up. We'll talk about how this is going to go as we're doing so. So just a couple warm-ups here. Again, upper body focus. Kind of make a fist just like that. Well, it's not a fist really. You're just bending at the knuckles. Palms down, thumbs out. So it looks like that. Golfer's grip, it's sometimes called. Arms straight out. And now just 20 of these small, quick arm circles going forward. So we'll do this. So just getting the not only shoulders going, but it engages your middle back too and gets some activity there. You may feel a little work there because you're swinging your arms, which always does engage your core. And now turn your palms up. Same thing going backward, 20. You can count these out, or if you want to, just do them for time. So what we're doing today, you could, now I don't know how much equipment you have, whether you have just a couple dumbbells or maybe some of these adjustable dumbbells like I have over here. You can make the workout work for you either way. All right, second little warm up here. Feet about hips distance apart. Drop your hips, let your elbows rest. Now, if that's not really available to you, you can always put your hands on something to support yourself. The main thing is we want movement kind of around the mid part of the body. Think about the ribs, around the ribs. About 10 of these each way. The ribs rotate. Here's another view. Side to side, just like that. And allow your upper body to kind of turn as a unit, you know, from the ribs up. So ribs, shoulders. Just keep your neck nice and neutral. Your head can turn. So what I mean by neutral neck, you know, is just the cervical part, the top part, sitting on top of the rest of the spine. About 10 of those each way. You should feel some activity there in the mid-back, that little contraction in the muscle there. Good. And just maybe one or two more on each side. Get that old note out of the way. All right, beautiful. Now we are going to do strength supersets. We're going to go through all the moves back to back to back to back. We're doing sets of 8 here in this video. However, you may want to do 10s or 12s or 15s, just varying it. But remember, it's more about the movement than it is about lifting a certain kind of weight. We're not here to impress anybody. We are here to get the most gains and to feel our best. So, bent over T's. You may want to start with 5s here. So these are bigger weights. They look bigger. At least those are adjustables. 5 to 10. It's a little bit lighter weight. Feet nice and square, kind of like in the last move. Drop your hips. Note my back is extended. Palms forward, thumbs out. So it looks like that from the front. And just a T out to the side. I'll show you another view. 8 of these. So squeeze the shoulder blades back. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Arms will come out to the side like a T. And one thing about this is, and you can also do this one without weight too. That's great. Just a great warm-up move. It is our first move. Now, single arm. You know what? Let's do double arm. Let's do a bent over row. Grab a couple dumbbells. Maybe a little bit heavier, of course. This is a row using the back muscles. We'll do sets of 8. Now, once again, this is an area in which the adjustable dumbbells come in quite handy. You know, they don't take up a lot of space. There's a lot of different varieties out there, a lot of different brands. I'm not here endorsing any single brand. Grab those 2 dumbbells. Kind of the same setup, really. Like I said, these are supersets. Drop your hips, weight back in your heels, squeeze back, and try to keep the reps for this pretty consistent in timing. So maybe a couple seconds up, couple seconds down. You can pair your breath with it. Remember, just 8 reps. All right, beautiful. You can set those weights to the side. Next one. No weights required. We're doing a push-up. Yay! Good times, right? So you can do it on your knees. You just want that good setup. So shoulders over your wrists, Fingers spread nice and wide. You want good contact between your hands and the floor. Maybe chin out beyond your fingertips a little bit. Just 8 of these. So lead with your chest. Shoulder blades come together. 8 good reps. Take your time. Neutral neck, so the neck's like this, not like this, not like that. Abs are tight, so your back is flat. Just 8 simple reps. If you need a little more, you can do more push-ups. Next up, heavier weights if you have access to them. You're going to lie on your back. Like I said, supersets. Chest press, but on the floor. So lying on your back. Your feet can be up if you want. Your arms are out to the side a little bit. You know, elbows are out a little bit, about a 30-degree angle technically, away from the shoulders. Feel the low back push into the floor so your back's nice and stable. Pressing up and down. 8 reps here. Again, in your workouts, you want to vary the reps. Vary how fast or how slow. You know, variety is just a big thing. That's why in this whole Ageless athlete protocol, we do have a lot of variety. Your body loves it, especially as you get older. You know, you want to stay away from things which will lead to overuse injuries. All right, so moving on. We have curls next. So kind of find a weight, estimate a weight that you might be using for a curl. And we're going to start with just basic curls first. 8 of these. Now, a lot of different varieties of curls. That's kind of your standard curl. Got a little bit of movement going. If it bothers your elbows, sometimes 8 reps here. 8 reps here. A hammer curl is better. You want to get fancy, you can do things like circle curls. Find what works best for you, but I want good stability. And of course, staying away from pain. And we don't want to force these. We're not here rocking, trying to, throw up 50s or something just to look impressive. We want good form, movement. Movement, more important than anything else. How you move, good form. All right, this one pairs with it. You may want some light weights with this. I'm going to demonstrate it without. The movement is the same. Arms up, elbows a little bit lower than your shoulders. But back in line with the shoulders. And you're going to move around the shoulders. Now, if you have some light, yes, a lot of shoulder here. Good rotator cuff move. Good move for shoulder health in general. And just 8 of these. Cactus arms, it's sometimes called. Now, if you want to add a little bit of weight, it's also work on stability around the shoulder. You're not going heavy on this if you are using weight. All right, our last little superset pairing here, a lot of tricep work. Grab a couple weights, we'll do some triceps. But of course, it's going to have a little core element too, a little bit of back extensor work. Feet about hips distance apart, just kind of like when we started with the first 2 moves. Drop your hips. Note my feet are about hips distance apart, going straight line. Hips go back, weight in the heels, elbows up, tricep kickback. So keep the elbows back. My neck is neutral. Nice, nice, nice. 8 of these, please. So generally, tricep weight's a little bit less than bicep. If you're doing it right, you get back there, you really feel that tricep contract. All right, last little thing. Make your way back to the floor on all fours. I like to call this super dog. I don't know what it might be officially. It's almost like a bear in a way. You can always keep your knees down if you need to. Shoulders over wrist, hips over your knees. Now, the knees are just off the ground just a little bit, like a bear pose. And now, opposites. Like a bird dog meets a bear hold. Holy cow. It's a bear dog. It's a super dog. I don't know. But do try to keep your back flat, so avoid pushing back too far or sagging or anything. So whether your knees are on the ground or your knees are slightly off the ground, Yeah, don't let them raise up too high. Knees should be okay on this. A lot of core, a lot of shoulders. You'll feel some quads even. 8 on each side, please. That is fantastic. All right, beautiful. Go ahead and stand up. We'll do a couple things just to cool down. Now again, go through these strength supersets 2-3 times for your workout. Feet nice and wide, much wider than the hips. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift your arms up and away, or shoulders back and down. Just find a little space there. That might be enough for you. You'll obviously feel a bit of a chest stretch, shoulder stretch doing this. You can always modify, just kind of bringing your hands here too if you have really tight or painful shoulders. If you want to add on to this, push your hips back, let your head drop, and experience being upside down. But bring the arms around wherever you want to go. Now, holding these, we don't, stretching's best at the end of a workout. Unless you're chronically tight, then sometimes it'll kind of feel good to do it, anytime throughout the day, which I encourage. Taking care of yourself in whatever way is best for you. Slowly come back up. Let's do one more thing here. Right knee down, left foot forward. Note that heel is under the knee. My right knee's down, lift up the right arm. If that's okay in your shoulder, ease forward. So you'll feel the hip flexor open. Now, if you have good mobility, this is okay. You can always keep the arm down too and just hit the hip flexor. Otherwise, if you do have your arm up, palm in, reach up and over. Get a little lateral flexion here. If you're wearing a shirt, you get to show off your abs and everything else too. All right, switch the other way. Remember, good setup, good wide, stable stance. Hips come forward, hip flexor opens, arm up or not, but then flex laterally. That means the ribs go that way, hips kind of go that way a little bit, and you get that sweet opening down the side into your lats, into the shoulder, obliques. Yeah, all that, all those anatomical things on that side. All right, beautiful. That's it. Toughen up, baby. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next workout.